Welcome back, everybody, to the Purdue Boilermakers Dynasty here in season number 1. We're in week 11, taking on the Ohio State Buckeyes. We're probably going to be beaten down, I would say, no doubt about it. We'll see what happens. But hey, we had a great game against Michigan, but Rutgers destroyed us. We got Washington, Indiana after that, so the schedule just doesn't get any easier down the stretch here in the Big Ten. Once again, thank you so much for everybody out there killing it, liking, commenting. New subscribers, thank you so much. I appreciate it. But how are we going to stop Jeremiah Smith? I don't know. Do we quad team him? You know, put at least a safety over the top. I mean, he only has 6 touchdowns, but you can see yardage-wise, I think he's like near the top of the lead in college football. He's had 100 yards every game. So I think that is a goal. Let's make it a goal going into this game. We're not going to win. I'm just going to say that right now. There's no way we're going to win this game. That game against Michigan, I think, was a little bit more of a fluke. Ohio State, to me, is a little more talented than Michigan. And I know we're at home, and that was at, Michigan in the big house. But Ohio State, I don't know. Defending national champions, how are we going to deal with it? We'll see. We'll get into this game. But you know what a goal is going to be? Can we hold Jeremiah Smith under 100 yards receiving? That'll be a goal. Yeah, I mean, we'll see how long we can stay in this game. We've had some great games, but down the stretch lately, we have been really, really bad. It's just completely turned around. I don't know. The beginning of the season, we were great. Now we're just really struggling. Offensively, we've never been great the entire season. And second play into the game, Ohio State gets a defensive touchdown, just like that. What a start to this game. Second play of the game. Man. That's not a great way to start the game out, especially when you're a major underdog and that's almost a pick, and then Malachi Singleton is shaken up. You know what would be crazy if they had in this game? I obviously, betting wise, you couldn't do that. If they really had a spread, I'd wonder what the spread would be on this. Ohio State by like 24 maybe, possibly. I don't know, even higher. But finding Nitro Tuggle for the catch is Ryan Brown, and that's a completed pass for 27 yards up to the 46. We don't really see much of that in the passing game. We barely get anything. Guys can barely hang on to the ball. Here comes the blitz from Ohio State. Over the middle, that's caught. There we go, first down. You know what? If I was Ohio State, you'd probably get a 4-man rush. I'd just drop 7. I wouldn't even blitz us. Don't even, give it a chance for somebody to be open. Down the field again, looking, and this is going to be overthrown. That's going to be picked off. Tight end doesn't even go for it, doesn't even attempt to go up and grab it at all. I mean, it's not that bad of a throw, bad a decision. You're just hoping your guy who tries to make a play just decides not to. So that's cool. All right, Ohio State with the ball. Here we go. Going up top. Perfect throw. Carnell Tate is going to be off to the races and gone. Touchdown, Ohio State. This is what I was saying. I just didn't really give us much of a chance here today. This team is very, very good. Yeah. That was a perfect pass. All right, we'll head into the second quarter. It is a 17-0 game. They'll set up a screen, and we're just getting stiff-armed to the ground. Another guy gets just completely thrown off. So, already not looking good so far here in this first half at 17-0, and now they're on the move here again, just stiff-arming our guys to the ground. Perfect blocking, perfect throw, touchdown Ohio State. I mean, that throw was absolutely dead on the money. 24-0 Buckeyes. And I don't see how this gets any better the rest of the game. He's 9 of 11, 2 touchdowns, great throws. So we bring in Evans Chuba into the game, just trying something, getting the freshman in, and then he throws a pick. I mean, and that could be technically a penalty, a defensive receiver just getting absolutely laid out. But nothing called there. They would end up getting a field goal. It is 27-0 here right before halftime. We're trying to get something, but then the throw's a tad underthrown. That's another interception. Ohio State gets another turnover, 4th here in this first half. I mean, even if you play a perfect game against Ohio State, you're going to struggle to win. And when you turn the ball over 4 times, allow a defensive touchdown, that's not going to help it at all. Now take a look at this play. I thought that was incomplete. It's called incomplete, and now it's going to be reviewed. And I'm thinking, no way, but you can see he has that 1 foot in. The foot is still in right there with the ball. What a catch. That's just ridiculous. So Jeremiah Smith, he's been quiet, so our goal of keeping him under 100 might actually happen. That's just terrible They still need, I think they still need to fix up, when you switch to a player, the angle they go to can really screw you sometimes. And that is called Carnell Tate once again. That's what I want our receivers to do. Jump in front of the defender, make a grab at it. We never see that. Tate for the touchdown. It's 34-0 as we get into halftime. Yeah, so that's why we're flying through this game, because this was not even a contest. 34-0 over the middle. That's caught. Jeremiah Smith with the grab, continues to drag to defend forward for about another 5 yards. I'm surprised they haven't really decided to take their starters out of this game. That is just unbelievable. Tate again. This will be touchdown number 3 in for the Ohio State Buckeye touchdown. It is 41-0, and yes, not good at all. Being absolutely embarrassed here today. And I'm still going to show highlights, I guess, of this because, yeah, I mean, this is all like Ohio State, Sports Center package. That's pretty much what this is. And Smith with a catch down the field. They're trying to add more points here to the board. We're going to bring some heat. Fires. That is just oh, he dropped it. We actually lucked out. I thought he was going to catch that for another touchdown. So we'll hold Ohio State to a field goal, which we have a couple times this ball game, but doesn't really matter when it's going to be 44-0. We have yet to put anything up on the board offensively. We can barely move the ball. And with 1:25 left in the game, clock is rolling. I'm fine with them just really kneeling this, but they decide to continue with it, run the ball with the backups in, touchdown Ohio State, just continue to get the scoreboard going. Peoples with the touchdown, and that is going to be your final. We lose 51-0 here today to Ohio State. Absolute destruction, 4 touchdowns. But I believe we held Jeremiah Smith under 100 yards receiving. So at least we got that for us, I guess. We did. 95 yards. We held him 5 short. Only game he's had the entire season where he hasn't gone over 100 yards receiving. Other than that, there's not much to say about this game. I'm not even going to show the stats. I'm not, because we didn't do anything at all. I think we got over the 50 once. It's really bad. Really bad. All right, Koenig, Remish were second right now. Lemons were first, and O'Connell were first at the moment with the recruiting. And that's going to bring us to the game against Washington, but we'll get into recruiting, obviously, before that game, as we have 135 hours left. We got now 2 recruits, Tiffin and Reeves. The insta-commit Tiffin. Stout's going to be gone. So we'll take him off the board, obviously, not reaching his requirements. Oh, we got a few more. Proctor. Take him off the deal breaker. It's not going to go up. I mean, especially if it's championship contender, it's just going to continue to drop. I don't think we're going to, even if we win the next 2 games, I don't think that's going to happen. So you might as well just take these guys off the board. That's never going to happen. Washington's looking good. I don't think we have to do anything there. Yeah, he's looking good. Windsor, man, I'm pretty sure he's going to Marshall. Obviously, could probably take him. I mean, it's a week 14 visit, but I could almost take him off the board. Koenig, we'll see. Quinn, we got a lead. Remish, we're right there behind Indiana. Now, Terrell Baggs, solid. It's right there, but he's really early on. He's not even in the top 8. But the question is, do we want him? 81 speed, 80 acceleration. I mean, with the receivers we have, they can't seem to catch the ball anyway. Let's just take him off the board. Let's take him off. Let's just take him off. Koenig, he's got 82 acceleration, 70 catching. Solid lead. Let's just keep it. Same with Bibbs. We got such of a lead. I mean, we could probably finish off the scouting just to see what he is, but you know what? Forget it. Let's just take him off the board. I'm just taking guys off the board right now. All right, we're going to add a couple guys. McGargyle, I guess how you pronounce that name. I have no idea. 81 speed, 84 acceleration, 77 medium route, 74 spec catch, 71 catching. He's got a mental, so that's good. I can always take that. Let's go Eric Tiffin, 2-star receiver, 84 acceleration, 74 medium route, 72 catching, 82 speed. At least he's 6 foot. That was the other guys too. They were, when you're at like 5'9", 5'10", don't have much speed, at least give me some height. So we'll offer both of those guys scholarships. That leaves us still at 100 hours. So we got plenty of hours here to deal out. Probably take, we have such a lead on Ben Washington. I am so surprised. I think he's a solid quarterback, 3-star dual threat quarterback out of Texas. And we're the only ones that have given really an option. I think we're the only ones that gave, even an offer or possibly a visit. it is crazy that they just nothing on him at all. I don't know. He seems decent enough to me to where he could possibly start for us. We'll see what the quarterback situation is going to be next year. Obviously, we're getting very close. So we won't finish out the season this video. That'll probably be next one. We'll finish out the regular season probably with the Indiana game and then do the offseason and that as well. If we have a bowl, hey, if we win these next 2 games, we'll definitely be in a bowl game. If we win at 1 out of the next 2, I think we're in a bowl game as well. We'll be bowl eligible, but if we lose the next 2 games, we're done. I don't think we'll reach a bowl, so it'll just pretty much be straight into the offseason. So something we're going to have to think about. I mean, this is going to be a little bit new coming into the offseason as well, because last year with the portal, I mean, you didn't have that many guys leave. You had, maybe 4 or 5 guys leave, possibly. Sometimes maybe only like 2. And then obviously you have all your seniors. And I didn't see a lot of juniors leave last year. That was pretty rare for juniors to leave. They didn't reach a threshold of overall where they would leave. But this year it's going to be so much different because you're going to have so many guys that are just going to leave through the portal. So I'm going to have to really, it's going to be tough to kind of deal with. I don't know. I mean, say all your corners leave and you're left with like 2 corners on the roster, and then you try to go to the transfer portal and bring in a couple more corners, and none of them decide to go with you, you're stuck. I mean, so that is a big thing that it's going to have to be an adjustment. I already can think about it right now. I don't know. I'm going to have to think about recruiting in the next season. I think we're going to we'll see what hours we get to. We'll see where we get up with the, if our hours do increase a little bit. And if they do, I'm thinking already into next year is that, man, we're going to have to maybe the first couple weeks pick out the positions that are like the main important, maybe the top 4 positions. Go for maybe 3 guys per that position and scout 100%, see what they're looking like, see if they fit what we want. And if they are, go big time into them right away. If not, just instantly take them off the board. I kind of don't really want maybes. I have a bunch of guys on the board right now where I'm like, yeah, we'll see how they fit in. And obviously you still have to fill depth on the team. There's no doubt about that. And maybe guys come out of nowhere and play better than they, are. Not every 5-star is going to pan out. Not every 2-star is going to be a 2-star. They're going to end up being, an NFL caliber player. So, it's hit or miss. We're not sure how guys really play, but, with the hours we got, I don't know how much it's going to really increase going into next year because we're kind of falling apart here at the end of the season. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But it's a little bit frustrating. Don't get me wrong. Kind of used to last year how it was, and I think it was a little bit easier recruiting wise. And this one takes you a little bit more time and effort to get into. But I like that. I like how we're struggling. We shouldn't be able to always. We're Purdue. We're the bottom of the barrel when it comes to the Big Ten. Yes, we're still in the Big Ten, a high conference, but still, I mean, we're not competing with Ohio State. We're not competing with Michigan, Penn State, Oregon. We're not competing with these teams, and we're still bottom of the barrel. So when it comes to even 3-star recruits, it's going to be tough to try to convince these guys to come here. It just really is. So we'll get into this game against Washington. Still just very strange getting used to it here near number, 2 of the Big Ten. That Washington's in the Big Ten, Oregon, USC. Just, yeah, I don't know. It's very, very strange with all these West Coast teams. 37 degrees out, though, a little bit of cold air. Now, I will tell you, the game against Ohio State that we just played, that was pre-patch. This is the new patch. So we'll see how the gameplay changes a little bit. I might show some slider changes. I don't know if I'll show them one here. But I almost went back to kind of like default sliders. Now, I've been messing with quarterback accuracy and offensive blocking for, for human player. I have found, as that's going to be actually a legal forward pass, I have found that quarterback accuracy for computer, it seems like it doesn't really make much of a difference. I went a game, I was playing a lot of times at default and then went down to a game. As you can see, Damon Williams, a great season, 24 touchdowns, 4 picks. And I went down, I think, 30 at one point, and it just didn't make much of a difference. As that's going to be caught The 50-50 balls come back to bite us again. We're not going to be able to catch them, and that's going to be an opening drive, just throw up, touchdown. Wow. We have no success on those at all, ever. But yeah, I have come to a realization that it does not really matter what you do for quarterback accuracy. I mean, we played, if you look back at that FCS team we played, Domination, it's just, they just complete passes left to right all day. It's just, they're always on. And I'm thinking the lower you go, I think that's more where they're going to get the RPOs. It just always, play calling is still always an issue. And I'm hoping that's something that Madden's going to get, like better play calling. And I know adjusting sliders, but if I adjust I just don't know with sliders. You never know what happens. It's just, you got to be so careful with them. 4th and inches up the middle. That's going to be a first down. So not even really into this game at the moment, just kind of rambling on. But sliders is such a huge thing because you would think down the middle, we got it. Tuggle with the grab, first down. That was a nice one for 28 yards. You're just hoping it messes kind of with their ratings. If you have a quarterback accuracy down 30, maybe it drops their technical ratings a little bit. You see more throws that are a little bit offline. We had multiple guys open. We scored the touchdown, but it's going to be an offensive holding, so it's not going to really matter. You're hoping it's going to be, do it that way, but it just screws up with play calling and everything, so you just have to always be careful with sliders. But 3rd and goal, taking away a touchdown, which we don't get too many of. But we go underneath. It is caught. Diving forward in for the touchdown. That is, like I said, lately, this is somewhere we haven't been in a long time. Chauncey Magwood with the touchdown. We don't score many touchdowns. This offense has been an absolutely abysmal. It's been horrible. But we get in for the touchdown, and we're tied here at 7 apiece. Just beating us speed-wise. Just around the edge. I'm just hoping he made an attempt there to maybe trip him up. But Coleman will have close to a first down. Back to throw, looking underneath. Quick throw, makes it perfectly. Tight end's got it. First down. Already with 104 yards with that big touchdown throw. 1st and 10 now from the 45. Play action. Oh, man. Seabrooks was all over him. But there is a flag on the play. So take away that play, man. We just right there for a sack. It's actually a legal man downfield. Thought it was going to be a holding call. But a legal man downfield, we'll take that penalty. Move him back a little bit. And a 3rd and 7. The 4-man rush. Stepping up the pocket. Can you please pick that one off? You're right there. But still, the penalty hurts him. Takes away that first. Now has to punt as we move into the second quarter. That's Maccabee on the ground, and he is going nowhere. And then Devin Maccabee is going to be shaken up. That wear and tear is just destroying him, and probably, I would say he's going to miss almost the rest of the season. I know it's just strained for him, but every game he comes in, it's just already there. So once again, another slider adjustment. Have to work on wear and tear. It's Washington back with the ball. If he makes a block there, makes a juke. Oh, man, if he would have not juked and the other receiver would have helped him out with the block, he would have been gone. But we got to tackle. We got to make more efforts at tackles here. Empty set, caught. And that's going to be another first down. Washington moving here up to the 15-yard line. 2nd and 10. 7:35 left here in this first half. Hand the ball off. Got to make a tackle attempt there. Reaches forward just short of the goal line. That'll be pretty much right there. But 2nd and goal now from the 3. And that is going to be a big-time sack. Dinkins comes through to bring him down. Back to the 9 they go, and this will bring up a 3rd down and goal. So let's see if this defense, playing pretty poorly here today. If we can hold him to 3, that'd be fantastic. Underneath, somebody please tackle him. They finally do at the 2-yard line. And they will decide to kick. I don't mind sitting back here just in case of a fake. And they're not. They're kicking it. It's up. It's good. So we'd at least hold Washington to 3. 10-7 game. They would get a stop from us. And they would get the ball back here with 3:53 left here in this first half. They'll hand the ball off again. Absolutely just our guys getting thrown to the ground. Man, breaking multiple tackles. I don't know who that was coming up. The safety came up, but the guard came over and just depleted them. Big block, big run. And out the 31-yard line, but that's what you want to see. C.J. Nunnally's going to come through for the sack. I think that's going to put him at double digits. It is 10th sack of the season. He should be up for some awards this year. Hopefully he can be drafted as well. That'll help us out. But 3rd and 7, going up top, 1-on-1, and we actually win it this time. It's knocked away incomplete. And we'll hold this Washington team to a field goal attempt. Right down the middle, right about a 45-yard field goal attempt here. Kick is up, and it is good. Perfect. So Washington adds another 3. We have some time here before halftime. So can Malachi Singleton lead this team down, at least maybe get 3 out of it? Looking, firing, underneath, caught. There we go. First down, close to midfield. Still have 3 timeouts left, so we got plenty of time. 30 seconds left. Singleton looking, fires before he gets hit. Found Malachi Thomas underneath for the catch. He's up to the 30. Well, let's give him the 40. We'll call our second timeout here with 25 seconds. 20 seconds left. Singleton, flag on the play. Ball pops out. They're going to say the arm went forward. It's going to be an incomplete pass. Wouldn't have mattered anyway because that is going to be a holding call, so it'll knock us back 10. So that is going to really put us out of field goal range, put us at midfield. 1 timeout left, 16 seconds. Singleton to throw. And that is a fantastic throw. Tuggle hangs on. We're just going to let this clock roll down to 2 seconds. It's the first time I've had this where the bar is not up. And the kick is up, and it is good. I don't know what it is this year. This year, kicking, I don't know, seems a little bit easier. Last year, I couldn't kick worth anything. This year, we're doing it. 13-10. So we got 10 points at halftime. That's like something that takes us 2 weeks to get. But 13-10, defense does have to play a little bit better. We allowed that 50-50 ball for the TD to Boston, but other drives where they kind of just went down. We just kind of bend but don't break defense and still hold them to 3. But this is a great start right here. RPO, good blocking down the field. Catch, first down for Michael Jackson III. But we got a 3rd and 7. Singleton back to throw. Fires underneath, caught, reaching forward, getting the first down. Magwood is going to be a little bit shaken up, but nice job reaching that ball forward, getting the first new set of downs. 4-man rush underneath. That is going to be caught, but another flag on the play. More than likely going to be a holding call. Is that easily? So holding call takes away that completion of about 6 or 7 yards. That's actually Coley with the holding call. Knocks us back. We got 3rd and 29 now. So just be careful with the ball. Filing down the field, that's going to be out of bounds, incomplete. So the holding call really just screwed up that drive, and we have to punt. As what is an unbelievable RPO. What a play. Caught, first down. I mean, that was absolutely well executed. As Washington trying to add a touchdown here to extend this lead to 2 scores. If we could hold it to 3, it'd be 16-10. We're still only a single possession down. 3rd and 8. Chance to hold him here. Looking, firing underneath. It's going to be caught. Nice tackling there. That's what you want to see. All right. Once again, bend but don't break. We hold Washington to a field goal attempt. These ones aren't always easy at the hash. Not a gimme. The angle. But he drills it perfectly through. 16-10. All right, let's play a little bit, cleaner football here. No penalties. We go to the outside in the RPO to Tuggle. Spins out 2 defenders. And he's up to the 40-yard line. We haven't seen much athleticism this year from really any of our players. I mean, I can't think of the times where we've really juked out anybody. Spin guys out. We just did it there. Now Tuggle's got it. Nobody's in front of him. Touchdown. Nitro Tuggle and Malachi Singleton. The connection here today has been really, really good. And with that touchdown, we have the lead here with 3:52 left. That is just a great read. They're playing man-to-man, bringing the blitz, and gets it off perfectly, leads the receiver. Nice job. That was a very, very good play. And the defense hold this Washington team as not only comes through with a big 3rd down sack. That'll force a Washington punt. All right. We're playing some really good football here in the second half. RPO on 3rd and 1. Getting the block. Magwood back from injury. He's got plenty of room. He's up to the 42-yard line. This might be the best passing attack we've seen this entire season. As we got Malachi Thomas with the carry. He picks up 8 yards, and with that, I think that'll bring us into the fourth quarter. We got a 17-16 lead, trying to end this losing streak, pick up a victory on the road here in the Big Ten against a tough Washington team. First down, move the chains. We got a third down, though. This is just a 3-man rush with a spy. Going to the outside, you had him, and he completely missed him. Not a good throw there from Malachi Singleton, but we'll bring out the field goal unit. From 43 yards, it's up and it's good. Drilling the kicks on the road, and we'll extend this lead 20-16. Still just a one-possession game, and now Washington needs a touchdown. This one's fired and is caught. Flags on the play, though. I think this one's going to be coming back. But yeah, they need a touchdown, obviously, to take the lead. But our defense, we might have allowed a decent amount of yards here today, but we've held them to multiple field goals in the red zone. They just had that one touchdown at the beginning of the game, so if we could just hold them here, that would be perfect. And on 3rd and 10, drop pass. Wouldn't have picked up the first anyway. Incomplete. Forces a Washington punt. All right, 9 minutes left. Goal right now is at least pick up 3, make it a touchdown game, and waste some clock. But a third down. Here comes the blitz, trying to get rid of it in time. And really nobody's open anyway. That was just really good coverage. Timely blitz, worked out perfectly, forces a quick 3 and out, and that's a great open field tackle. Big third down here for Washington. 7 minutes left in the game. We're bringing the heat. Here it comes, and we can't get to him, and he gets out of the pocket and gets the first. Man, I thought we had him. Play action. Man, that is a wild throw. I mean, I don't even know how he threw that ball. Falls incomplete. 3rd and 9 for Washington. He's going down the field again in traffic, and it's going to be incomplete. And Washington punts. That second down throw, I don't know how he flung it that far. That was insane. As once again, another drop pass from our receiving core. Tight end can't hang on to it and brings up a 3rd and 10. Outside. That is a big completion to Tuggle. Great timing. Great throw this time from Singleton. First down, clock moving. Underneath in the middle screen. Caught by Magwood. Picks up 5. Gets us under 4 minutes left in this game. We're going empty. Just a 4-man rush. Underneath. Caught by Magwood. He is brought down. And this will bring up possibly a field goal. They're saying punt it. It'd be about a 56-yard field goal. So we're going to go for this. 4th and 5. If we can pick up this first, we can run it down to 2 minutes. Singleton to throw. Look, just nobody open. Nobody open. It's picked off, forcing a throw, and Washington will take over. Now, that was obviously, the decision to go for it. I mean, there was nobody open anyway, but if they would have needed just a field goal to tie or take the lead, I probably would have punted it. Right now, I'm just hoping the defense, with 2 minutes left here, can get a stop and don't allow a touchdown. And here we go. 2-minute timeout. Obviously 4-down territory, 3rd and 7. We're bringing some heat. Firing over the middle, caught, first down, Washington. That's big. They'll call their first timeout. 1:28 and counting. Time to throw. Fires. That one is caught. Just short of the first down. And they will continue to hurry it up here with 2 timeouts left. 3rd and 1, going empty is Washington. Back to throw, looking. He's going to take off. Somebody please bring him down. He slides down, picks up the first down. Man, I was hoping somebody just grab him, slow him up a little bit. Somebody come over, clean it up. All right, about a minute left in this ball game. Washington needs a touchdown. Looking. Steps up in the pocket, fires, and what a catch. Wow, what a play. Down to the 5-yard line with 54 seconds left. 2nd and goal. RPO to the outside. Caught by the tight end. And the Huskies take the lead here with less than a minute to play. Man. So we will have probably like 50 seconds left. 45 seconds left. 2 timeouts. He was offsides to begin with. He could probably just throw this down the field to see what happens. I mean, it's not even close. Jumped off sides. He was, I think, lined up off sides already. We'll take that penalty. But still, we need a field goal to tie here. Field goal ties it up. 36 seconds left. 2nd and 10 from the 37. Singleton to the outside. Can't hang on. Incomplete is Jackson. 3rd and 10. Singleton looking, firing, can't hang on to it as Tuggle. Man, that would have been huge. Comes down to this, 4th and 10. Just a 3-man rush, looking down the field, firing, that's not even close, out of bounds, incomplete. We turn the ball over on downs, and that's going to be your ball game. They could just kneel it out, and Washington comes from behind there in the final minutes, game-winning touchdown, and they win 23-20 as our losing streak continues. I had a feeling this could possibly happen. That was the best that Singleton, I think, looked the entire season. He made some really nice plays, but once again, he made some really bad throws. That one at the end, we had him. I think that was Malachi Thomas was open, and he just missed him. The big drop from, Tuggle had a fantastic game, but that drop there on 3rd and 10, you got to hang on to that ball. You got to bring it down. Defense did your job pretty much the most of the game, but, at the end, it's just one of those things. Can't hang on. So Vernon were 2, Koenig were first, Gratz were first, Humphreys were first, McGargyle, we are first. If you had time, I'd have to see that name again. It's crazy. So we sim out another week. Ben Washington right there at first. I think he's easily going to commit. Ramesh is second. Hakeem is first. Avery's first. And Carmen is now second. As Kerry Koenig is gone. He's going to James Madison. So he is gone. Won't be coming here. He'll be going to James Madison. So going down a little bit more south. So that brings us to the final game of the season. Taking on the Indiana Hoosiers. Man, we need a win. We need a win to get this final win of the season. Right now, top 25, Texas, Penn State, Oregon, Texas A&M drops down to 4, even though is that 89-0 against FCS? 89-0. Oh, jeez. Wow, okay. Wow. That's pretty nuts. USC lost to Oregon. Baylor lost to Arizona. Michigan lost to Maryland, so they dropped down. Navy's in the top 25. Tulane, Wake Forest, they're in the top 25. Now let's take a look at this bracket real quick. So you got Texas, Penn State, Oregon, Texas A&M. Then you got up top Georgia, Navy, Ohio State, BYU, Texas Tech, South Carolina, and Pitt in Alabama. Pitt is still unbeaten. The only one left unbeaten on this list. Texas Tech is unbeaten. So Pitt and Texas Tech on this list are unbeaten. And you have two SEC schools and 2 Big Ten schools in the top 4. That's crazy. I guess ACC getting no love, right? So, but that is your list right now. This obviously probably will change in the next few weeks. Conference championships coming up, rivalry week coming up. So obviously that is going to change, but we got 1 game left in the season. At 6-5, we've lost 4 in a row. Can we end it? If we can finish 7-5, we'll get a bowl game. If not, 6-6, we possibly are out. So we're going to be not bowl eligible, and season 1 will end on a 5-game losing streak, and we're going to be out just like that. But we'll see what happens. If we can take down Indiana, I think last year this game was like 66-0 or something. So who knows what happens this year. They come in 7-4. And we're trying to get win number 7 to try to close out the season. But that's going to do it for this one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much for all the support. I really do appreciate it. Hit that like button, subscribe for more, and I will see you in the next one. You guys have a good one. Bye-bye.